This is Channel 9 Eyewitness News this morning. Coverage you can count on.
Breaking in the last 45 minutes, ABC News has officially named former President Donald Trump President-elect of the United States of America. He gave a victory speech down in South Florida within the last 4 hours.
I want to thank the American people for the extraordinary honor of being elected your 47th president and your 45th president.
Eyewitness News this morning is breaking down the results nationwide across the state and, of course, here in our community of Central Florida. 6 o'clock on this Wednesday, November 6th. Thank you for joining us. I'm Kirsten Delgado.
And I'm Alexa Lorenzo. A lot to get to, a lot to cover on this busy start to your Wednesday. But we get you ready first for the day ahead with certified meteorologist Brian Shields.
All right, let's take a look at the tropics. Good morning. Watching Rafael down to the south. It is not coming here. It's going to stay away from us. So all on track. It did get stronger. It is now a hurricane. Very compact system moving right into western Cuba for today. And then it's going to work its way into the Gulf of Mexico away from us, where eventually by this weekend, it should start to weaken with some of the cooler waters in the Gulf and some of that wind shear. So something we're watching. But down to the south, you see it here. Unfortunately, it did get stronger as it works its way into Cuba. Very compact, small system right here, but powerful at that, feeding off of some of the warm weather just south of Cuba. Now, for us this morning, there are some showers on the move. You see some of them here. A batch of even some storms just south of Brevard County. Hit or miss showers from Osceola moving its way into Orange, and a few spotty showers as well. Flagler County, we've had a couple around. Today kind of active, a 50% chance of scattered storms. 70s to near 80 now. It's warm. 75 now. We'll get into the mid 80s. Tracking showers and storms at any point throughout the day. We'll slide into that and a look at the tropics ahead. All right, right now it is 6:01, so let's get over to that drive. Alexa.
We start with a new crash on the 417 right here at Lee Vista Boulevard. It's heading southbound on the 417. Tough to see from this live camera, but we know Orange County firefighters are heading this way. Showing you now a crash on Landstar Boulevard. This is right near Town Center. Troopers are investigating this morning, and we do have a few slowdowns through here, but nothing that'll require you to take an alternate route. Showing you our Metro Orlando map on Live Traffic Tracker. As we zoom on out, we do have some rain moving on in, so you want to make sure you're getting out the door early and not feeling rushed if that drive gets dicey.
We want to start this morning with that breaking news. ABC News projects that former President Donald Trump will be the next president of the United States. Our system is still updating this electoral college map, but within the last hour, ABC News projected that Trump won Wisconsin and Alaska, pushing him over that 270 electoral college vote threshold. Vice President Kamala Harris has 222 electoral college votes. And within the last 4 hours, Trump spoke at his Election Day watch party in Palm Beach County. Channel 9's Shannon Butler is there this morning. And if you're just waking up, you want to get caught up, you're probably wondering exactly how this played out overnight while you were sleeping.
Channel 9 Sam Martello joins us in studio with a closer look, starting with Florida. Sam.
Yeah, Alexa and Kirsten, according to the Associated Press, Donald Trump has officially been elected as the 47th president of the United States. And we'll break down the numbers for you now to explain how we got here. He won Florida last night for the third consecutive election, earning the state's 30 electoral votes. He won all of our Central Florida counties, as you can see right here, except for Orange. And go ahead and take a look at the map. He went on to win all counties in Florida except for Gadsden and Leon in the Panhandle, Alachua and Palm Beach and Broward counties down south. Now to other states across the country just after 5:30 this morning with a win in the key state of Wisconsin. Trump cleared the 270 electoral votes needed to clinch the presidency. Trump has also won the swing states of Pennsylvania, Georgia and North Carolina. Right now, we are waiting for the results in Arizona, Michigan, and Nevada. Live in studio, Sam Martello, Channel 9 Eyewitness News.
Sam, thank you. We have more coverage on the results from across the country, including a change in the balance of power in Congress. Channel 9's Nicole D'Antonio is live, bringing us a report from Washington, D.C. in about 10 minutes. Meantime, our team coverage also extends, of course, to our local races here at home in Central Florida. One of the biggest races was for Orange Osceola State Attorney.
Voters have chosen to re-elect Monique Worrell, who was previously suspended by Florida Governor Ron DeSantis. She defeated the man the governor chose to replace her, Andrew Bain. Channel 9's Ashlyn Webb heard from Worrell last night.
And this year, voters also had to make some important decisions on 6 proposed constitutional amendments.
They needed 60% approval to pass, and only 2 of them got that support. Those were Amendment 2, which established hunting and fishing as a public right, and Amendment 5, which says homestead property exemptions will be adjusted with inflation. Our live team coverage continues now with Channel 9's Q McCrae. And Q, some of the most debated amendments here failed.
That's right. Florida voters had their say on 2 hotly debated issues last night: personal marijuana use and abortion rights. Amendment 3 and 4 both received a majority yes vote, but neither met the state's 60% requirement for constitutional change. So in a nutshell, Amendments 3 and 4 aim to reshape Florida's laws on 2 major topics. Amendment 3 proposed to legalize personal use of marijuana for adults 21 and older. As it stands right now, Amendment 3 garnered 56% of the yes vote compared to 44% no. Attorney John Morgan backed the amendment big time and put millions of dollars in to promote it. He says the issue as of right now is dead.
It is so expensive now to do a constitutional amendment. I couldn't do what I did with medical marijuana and the minimum wage. I couldn't do it again unless I was Bill Gates or Elon Musk.
Now, Amendment 4 earned 57% of the yes vote and about 43% no. Amendment 4 aimed at preventing the government from interfering in abortion decisions before a fetus can survive outside of the womb or when needed for the patient's health. Now, since both amendments failed, current laws on marijuana and abortion rights in Florida will remain the same, at least for now. In the studio, Q McCrae, Channel 9 Eyewitness News.
And stay tuned to Eyewitness News this morning as we break down more election results from overnight. You can find the results from all of the local and state races right now on our website. Just scan the QR code on your screen here or go to the homepage of our website, WFTV.com.
6:09, your certified meteorologist Brian Shields in Severe Weather Center 9.
All right, tracking some of that rain on the move this morning. So heads up for some of the car lines, getting the kids into school and you into work. With this hurricane down to the south, that's going to help keep some moisture around. Again, that's not coming here, but watching out for some of this rain. Spotty showers still near Palm Coast. Some of this was in Volusia earlier, so we have some of the wet roads, but here's some of that a new area or the new areas of rain. You see a little thunder and lightning getting closer to southern Brevard County. Here's that rain pulling back through Osceola, trying to drift up toward Winter Garden and Independence. So again, a heads up at any point throughout the day. We have the chance of scattered showers and even a few thunderstorms. Down to the south, there is Rafael. It did get stronger. It is a hurricane moving in to western Cuba throughout the day. This is going to stay to the west of us. It's going to make a turn. It's going to miss a front up to the north and then eventually try to weaken by the time we get into the weekend. I want to show you tropical future track with this over time. We'll do that next in Maine weather. All right, right now it is 6:10. New information on that drive with Alexa.
We have a new crash on State Road 44. This is right at Hughes Road in Samsula. At this point, it's not causing too many issues for drivers. All lanes remain open. As we zoom out so you can see Volusia County as a whole, we're off to a really nice start. No construction slowing us down, no congestion. Things are moving as they should in DeLand and Deltona. Then we move south into Brevard County. Same story playing out here. We do have a few showers moving on in, so just make sure you're getting out the door early.
Florida has elected U.S. Senator Rick Scott to another term. Coming up, though, why he may be running for another office soon.
And we have a live report from Washington, D.C. as former President Donald Trump appears close to clinching the presidency again. Next, how the balance of power in Congress has changed overnight. It's 6:11.
Drone 9, only on Channel 9 Eyewitness News. Getting you closer over the scene of breaking news.
Drone 9, sponsored by StrataAC.com. You ought to call Strata.
Traffic updates are sponsored by Mercedes-Benz of South Orlando.
6:15 as we follow breaking news. If you're just waking up, ABC News is projecting former President Donald Trump will become the 47th president of the United States of America. It has declared Trump the winner in Wisconsin as well as Alaska. Our map is still being updated to reflect that. The Vice President Kamala Harris is expected to speak about the election later today. We'll bring you her remarks to you live right here on Eyewitness News. Thanks for being with us. I'm Alexa Lorenzo.
And I'm Kirsten Delgado. Now, this morning, Republicans are celebrating a big win in Congress as well.
While votes are still being counted, they've already secured enough seats to take back control of the Senate. Channel 9's Nicole D'Antonio continues our live team coverage for us this morning. She joins us live outside of the U.S. Capitol with where things stand this morning. Nicole, busy night.
It was a very busy night and a busy morning. Good morning to both of you. And this morning, we know Republicans will control at least one chamber of Congress next year. Now, this gives the GOP major power right here in Washington, and it makes it easier for them to get their priorities over the finish line.
So, Nicole, right now, what's the latest from Vice President Harris's campaign? It was set up in Washington last night, but we haven't heard from her.
Right. Well, that's right, and that's what we're expecting to hear today. So we know that last night her supporters gathered at Howard University here in D.C. Her supporters left without hearing from the vice president. Her team says they're still waiting for all those votes to be counted, but we are expected to hear from her later today.
Nicole D'Antonio live with us in Washington, D.C. Nicole, we'll check back. Thank you. Taking you now to Osceola County, where the community is sending Sheriff Marcos Lopez back to office for another 4 years.
He beat local businessman Donnie Martinez, and Sheriff Lopez won nearly 58% of the vote, while Martinez got 43%. Lopez was first elected in 2020. Meantime, there will be a new sheriff in Sumter County. Deputy Patrick Breeden won 81% of yesterday's vote, while local business owner Eric Anderson lost with 19%. Both candidates there chose to run after current Sheriff William Farmer Jr. announced he would not be seeking re-election.
In Brevard County, residents have voted against an amendment that would have given commissioners a pay raise. Amendment Article 2 would have raised the current salary of $60,000 to over $100,000. It lost by 51% of the vote.
And voters in Lake County have approved a referendum for $155 million in bonds. $65 million will be for land acquisition, while $90 million will be used for public access improvements and habitat restoration. The estimated annual increase on a home there valued at $300,000 is just under $33. Meantime, with the election over, people in Orange County now have an alternative to just throwing out those campaign signs.
The county is offering to recycle those signs for free. People can drop off their signs today through next Monday at various locations. Wood and metal frames must be removed from the signs before being dropped off. You can find a location near you on our website, WFTV.com. 6:18 on this Wednesday morning. Yesterday, we didn't see too many showers that disrupted Election Day.
But this morning, it's muggier than I'd like it to be.
Muggy, and with that, some rain and storms. At any point, we can get some of those showers around. So, and I'll try to get the weather back to
Thank you.
What you like it to be. Let's get you outside. Here's a look for us in downtown Orlando. We have some showers nearby. A lot of clouds around, low clouds, 75 degrees. Sunrise in about 20 minutes at 6:41, and that sunset at 5:36. We're at 75 in Ocala, Palm Coast, 76 Leesburg, Lady Lake, Tavares, Sorrento, back through Claremont, mid-70s, Bushnell and St. Catherine, mid-70s, Celebration, Kissimmee, St. Cloud, Pine Hills, Winter Park, Baldwin Park, 75 Sanford and Winter Springs, 76 New Smyrna Beach, 80 now in Melbourne. It is warm with that southeasterly breeze. No big issues with the visibility, but with the low clouds, we have some drops in that. But the rain is what we're watching this morning. Let me zoom down a bit. Some heavier rain just on the edge of Brevard County. Some of that rain working into Osceola County. So across the turnpike in Osceola County, it is wet this morning. This rain trying to lift into orange parts of Lake, so some spotty showers, even some downpours across the turnpike. Hit or miss showers near Palm Coast and the Hammock this morning. Bigger picture down to the south. This is Raphael. With that here, it keeps us in that very kind of humid flow as we go throughout the day. One of the reasons we'll have the storms. This stays away from us, but it works its way right into western Cuba, so we're thinking of them this morning. Then eventually into the western Gulf of Mexico. By the weekend, this will be weakening. You can see here, this is by tomorrow to the west of the Florida Keys, and then working its way into the central Gulf by the time we get into Friday with a weakening trend on that. Now for us today, those numbers in the 80s, getting into the mid 80s, and yeah, it is going to be on the humid side. Spotty showers and thunderstorms this morning, and then throughout the day, midday a couple around, and then it kind of flares up again into the afternoon with about a 50% chance of rain and storms. So giving you that heads up on an active day. 7-day forecast on your screen. 84 tomorrow, stays warm through the weekend. 86 Friday, mid 80s this weekend. 20% chance of a shower. Mid 80s continue right into Veterans Day. It's 6:20. Alexa.
We have a new crash on I-4 eastbound just after the 434. Seminole County firefighters at this point have one lane blocked, so we are seeing a bit of a slowdown starting to build. Then we have a new crash on the turnpike moving northbound just under the 408. Orange County firefighters are on scene right now. You see the flashing lights right here. They're trying to move it off to the right shoulder, so we're not seeing too many issues on the drive this morning through the area. Showing you those drive times, pretty standard for that 408 westbound drive, 11 minutes this morning.
Two well-known lawmakers in Orange County have now been re-elected. Still ahead, their focus now that the election is over. And next, how this candidate for a city council seat in St. Cloud just made history. It's 6:21. 6:25 on this start to your Wednesday morning. Taking a live look at downtown Orlando. A little cloudy this morning and 75. Hotter than we'd like it to be this hour. Full forecast coming up. Certified meteorologist Brian Shields in just a moment. For now, I'm Kirsten Delgado.
Welcome back. I'm Alexa Lorenzo. We have an update on the elections in Osceola County.
Channel 9's Daryl Matthews has more on the first African-American woman to win a city council seat in St. Cloud. Also in Osceola County, in the District 1 Commissioner race, Democrat Peggy Chowdhury won with 56% of that vote.
That's over 17,000 votes, defeating Republican Desvani Martinez, who received 44% of the vote. Over to Marion County now, where the county's District 3 Commissioner race was taken by Republican Matt McLean. 93% of the vote was won for him. That's over 164,000 votes, defeating Independent Rich Brown, who gained just over 13,000 votes. Breaking right now, ABC News is projecting Donald Trump to be the next president of the United States.
Coming up, his comments in South Florida as the final results from across the country come into our newsroom.
And there were 6 highly debated amendments on the ballot yesterday. We'll let you know what the results are this morning and which ones are now law, coming up in a live report.
And we're tracking Raphael that will move to the west of us, plus our rain that we're watching this morning for the morning drive at 6:26.
This Tower Cam shot sponsored by Morgan & Morgan, America's largest injury law firm.
Next reel, your first steps were toward Vanna White.
That's right. I've been trying to get here ever since.
Well, if you get to the bonus round, you're almost there.
I'll keep on walking till I can shake your hand, Vanna.
Brought to you by Gaylord Palms Ice.
This is Channel 9 Eyewitness News this morning. Coverage you can count on.
Breaking within the last hour, ABC News projects former President Donald Trump will once again be the president of the United States of America.
We're going to help our country heal. We have a country that needs help, and it needs help very badly.
We have live team coverage as the results come in from across the nation, plus how Central Florida voters decided on some of the biggest races impacting our community here at home.
Good morning. It is 6:30. We have a lot to get to this morning. I'm Alexa Lorenzo.
And I'm Kirsten Delgado. Let's start with your weather. Taking a look here at your weather in a minute on this Wednesday morning.
Yeah, busy. Tracking some showers this morning. And this is Hurricane Raphael down to the south of us. Winds at about 90, rolling right into western Cuba. Once this gets into the Gulf of Mexico, it should weaken. There may never be a U.S. landfall with this if it does weaken enough by the time we get into the weekend. This stays to the west of us, but we're thinking of our friends down toward Cuba as this works its way into western Cuba. Now we work our way back here. We have some rain because that hurricane is south of us right now. Tropical environment, tracking some rain and storms around Melbourne, Palm Bay, a few of them on the edge of us, and then right across the turnpike in Osceola County, St. Cloud over toward Kissimmee. We've had some of the rain back through Point Siena, a couple hit or miss showers, Flagler and Volusia, and it's warm this morning. 75 in Orlando, 76 Daytona Beach and Palm Coast. Going through the day, we'll be in the 80s. Warm and humid. At any point, some scattered showers and storms. Overall, about a 50% chance, so double check you have that umbrella. Coming up, the computer models on the hurricane just south of us. Right now, it's 6:31. Alexa.
We have a crash slowing things down on I-4 eastbound just after the 434. Seminole County firefighters have just left the scene, but road rangers still working this one, blocking a far left lane, so we are seeing some delays this morning. Then we have a crash on the turnpike. It's moving northbound just under the 408. Orange County firefighters have already moved it off to the right-hand shoulder, so all main lanes are open. This is the 417 now, right at Lee Vista Boulevard. We have the Florida Highway Patrol investigating a crash on the southbound stretch this morning.
Breaking right now, about an hour ago, Donald Trump was declared the winner of the presidential election. Take a look. You can see here officially he's crossed the 270 threshold there for Electoral College votes, more than enough to get him back in the White House. Just hours ago, he actually spoke to a group of supporters.
I will not let you down. America's future will be bigger, better, bolder, richer, safer, and stronger than it has ever been before.
An advisor to VP Kamala Harris said that she would speak later today. And Channel 9's Sam Martello has been tracking the votes for us overnight. She's live for us in studio with a closer look at those numbers.
Kirsten, like you mentioned, according to the Associated Press, Donald Trump has officially been elected as the 47th president of the United States. And we'll break down the numbers for you now to explain how we got here. Trump won Florida last night for the third consecutive election, earning the state's 30 electoral votes. He won all of our Central Florida counties except for Orange. He also won Miami-Dade County, which is a majority Latino district and was reliably Democratic for decades. The county voted for Hillary Clinton in 2016 and President Biden in 2020. Now, across the country, just after 5:30 this morning, with a win in the key state of Wisconsin, Trump cleared the 270 electoral votes needed to clinch the presidency. He has also won the swing states of Pennsylvania, Georgia, and North Carolina. At his watch party at the Palm Beach Convention Center, he addressed the crowd there. He declared victory over Vice President Kamala Harris.
We overcame obstacles that nobody thought possible, and it is now clear that we've achieved the most incredible political thing. Look what happened. Is this crazy?
And again, the AP has declared Donald Trump as the presidential winner. We did not hear from VP Harris overnight. According to her campaign co-chair, we expect her to address the nation later today. Live in studio, Sam Martello, Channel 9 Eyewitness News.
Sam, thank you. And voters here in Florida gave former President Trump a big win at home, and Rick Scott also won an easy victory in his Senate race.
Scott beat challenger Debbie Mucarsel-Powell 59% to 40. Channel 9's Jeff Deal has a reaction to the victory from the Scott Watch Party in Southwest Florida. The watch party for Debbie Mucarsel-Powell didn't last very long.
Yeah, Channel 9's Sabrina Majoy reports from Miami about where the challenger promised to continue her fight for Florida's future. And Republicans will also flip the Senate, which will shift the balance of power in Washington.
Take a look. With several races still to be decided, Republicans will have at least 51 seats. The GOP majority will put the Senate in position to boost a Trump presidency.
But right now, it's simply too early to know if the GOP will hold on to its majority in the House of Representatives. Right now, Republicans are in the lead with 195 seats, while Democrats have 173. But with so many close races to call, the jury's still out.
In Florida, voters were asked to make decisions on 6 proposed constitutional amendments, and the results included some surprises.
Yeah, Channel 9's Q McCrae's live for us in studio this morning. Q, 2 controversial proposals failed, but not by much.
This year, voters faced decisions on 6 proposed amendments to Florida's Constitution. Now, to pass, each amendment needed 60% approval. Only 2 received the level of support needed to make that happen. Amendment 2 passed, making hunting and fishing a public right, and Amendment 5 passed, allowing homestead property exemptions to rise with inflation. Now, 2 highly debated amendments did not make the cut. Amendment 3, which would have allowed personal marijuana use for adults 21 and older, got about 56% yes votes, but fell short of the 60% needed. Amendment 4 would have limited government involvement in abortion decisions early in pregnancy or for the patient's health. It received 57% support, but did not pass. Amendments 1 and 6, which focused on making school board elections partisan and ending public campaign funding in Florida, also did not get enough votes to pass. So that's the latest in the studio. I'm Q McCrae, Channel 9 Eyewitness News.
6:39 on this Wednesday morning. Getting a check of weather with Brian.
Yeah, watching rain on the move this morning. Today, a little more active with that hurricane down to the south of us. Scattered areas of rain and storm, just kind of that humid environment, and we have it this morning. So keeping you covered, Osceola, southern Brevard, and we have some of that rain around. We've been watching some of the spotty showers, Volusia back into Flagler, but here's where it's a little heavier. St. Cloud south through Kenansville, Kissimmee, watching the rain, and then moving into the Grant area. You get over toward Barefoot Bay, seeing some of that rain on the edge of Melbourne and Palm Bay. So heads up this morning with some of the rain. Here's the hurricane down to the south, Hurricane Rafael, that is working its way right into western Cuba. It did intensify, kind of a compact system, very small and just about to work over toward the Havana area. So western Cuba, it's not coming here. You see all of the modeling brings it back toward the west and then even more to the west by the weekend. By the weekend, it should start to fall apart. That is the hope. That is the thinking. What I'm seeing in the environment, a lot of wind shear above our heads, cooler water temperature. So if it does fall apart, it won't even make a U.S. landfall, but it stays to the west of us. For us today, we get in the 80s. Now, the rain and storms even later today. I want to track that with you on Future Track and look ahead to the weekend. Plus, tropical future track with the system as it moves into the Gulf. All right, we're going on 641. Here's Alexa.
This is a new crash on the turnpike. It's moving northbound just before Orange Blossom Trail. You can see troopers already have it off to the left side, so we aren't seeing any delays on those main lanes. This is the 417 heading northbound right by Landstar Boulevard. Orange County firefighters are responding right now. We're not seeing any slowdowns, so that's a good start to your drive there, regardless of this crash. Then we have our drive times to show you as you get out the door. If you go on the 408 eastbound from the turnpike to I-4 standard commute this morning.
This year, extra steps were taken to protect your ballot. Coming up, we're taking you behind the scenes, showing you what election workers in Orange County did. That's never been done before. And ahead, the decision voters in Orange County also made about a tax that's been in place for decades, supporting our schools. It's 641.
Download the WFTV weather app. Get a localized forecast from Tom Terry. Just search WFTV. Brought to you by the law offices of attorney Dan Newland.
Involved in a car accident? Call me now at 407-888-8000.
Watch Eyewitness News from any device with Eyewitness News Livestream. Sponsored by the law firm of Bogan, Munz & Munz. No gimmicks, just results.
We have breaking news. ABC News has called it. It's projecting former President Donald Trump will become the 47th president of the United States. And we want to show you the Electoral College map. Our system is still updating, but ABC News is declaring Trump as the winner in both Wisconsin and Alaska, pushing him over that 270 vote threshold. His Democrat challenger, Vice President Kamala Harris, has received 222 Electoral College votes. Those numbers, though, are expected to change throughout today. Good Morning America will have more on the race for the White House and other big results from across the country coming up on Channel 9 at 7 o'clock. For now, I'm Kirsten Delgado. It's approaching 6:45.
Thanks for being with us. I'm Alexa Lorenzo. This morning, we're getting you up to speed right here at home. We have some election results out of Orange County.
And Democrat State Congresswoman Anna Escamani has defeated her Republican challenger Gregory Pohl to retain control over District 42. Meantime, Congressman Maxwell Frost is also going back to Tallahassee. Channel 9's Giovanni Diaz spoke to both of them at a watch party in downtown Orlando.
Gio, thank you. Voters in Seminole and Volusia County are sending a New Smyrna Beach politician back to Congress.
Representative Corey Mills of U.S. District 7 beat local business owner Jennifer Adams. The Republican incumbent won 57% of the vote, while Adams won 43%. Mills was originally elected in 2022 after District 7 was redrawn.
A Republican lawmaker representing Western Orange County and Lake County is also heading back to D.C. Representative Daniel Webster won 61% of the vote yesterday. Mount Dora paralegal Barbie Hall only won 39% of that vote.
A popular half-penny sales tax will continue in Orange County.
Voters chose to extend the sales tax that will help build new schools and renovate existing ones. The sales tax won 72% of the vote yesterday. Orange County has been able to renovate or replace, they say, over 100 schools since the sales tax was introduced back in 2002. 6:47 on this Wednesday morning, mid-70s to kick us off.
You couple that with humidity, and it's not really a great time.
Yeah.
It feels like summer out there right now. It's part, thanks in part, those are the words this morning, not a lot of sleep.
A lot of trouble with words.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I know, mainly me. Down to the south, the hurricane down to the south of us, very tropical environment. So very humid today and tomorrow. That also means a better chance of showers and storms. That hurricane is not coming here. It will not be close to us. We'll slide into that in a second. Let's get into downtown Orlando. tomorrow. Some of the clouds around 75 degrees. Sun is now up. Sunset right around 5:30. 76 in the Villages. Leesburg 75 in Sanford. Mid-70s Daytona Beach. Daytona Beach Shores mid-70s in Palm Coast. Onshore breeze Cocoa Beach, Melbourne. Light winds in Kissimmee. Not a big issue with the visibility. Some low clouds around some areas of drizzle. The biggest issue is the rain we are seeing this morning. It's coming down in spots. I've been watching us in Brevard and Osceola, giving you the heads up that today is going to be more of an active day right across the Turnpike, Osceola County, some of the rain. And now starting to work its way into Melbourne, Palm Bay, monitoring that. We've had some hit or miss showers, Volusia and into Flagler. Down to the south, there is Raphael. It did get stronger, kind of a small but strong hurricane working its way right into western Cuba. And then eventually it's going to slide into the Gulf of Mexico and off to the west. And then it should weaken by this weekend. So hopefully it's not even going to make a U.S. landfall. Hopefully it just kind of falls apart. We'll wait and see on that. But it will be working away from us. You see, as we work our way into tomorrow, it is to the west of the Florida Keys. And then as we get into Thursday, Friday, and into Saturday, this thing just continues to work its way into the central and then western Gulf of Mexico. For us today, any point throughout the day, chance of some scattered showers and storms, mid-80s. So spotty showers and a couple storms this morning. Then we may catch a break, but by lunchtime it flares up again. Best chance will be in our western sections. You see some of the rain and storms kind of refiring up as we hit our afternoon. So scattered about for our Wednesday. All right, 7-day forecast on your screen. 30% chance of storms tomorrow. Friday we're up to 86. No cold front in sight. We stay warm. Mid-80s this weekend and mid-80s continue into next week. Monday, Veterans Day, highs around 85. It is 6:49. Over to the drive. Here's Alexa.
We have a new crash on I-95 moving southbound right at St. John's Heritage Parkway. This is in Palm Bay. It's already off to the right-hand shoulder, so you'll be able to move through. Then we show you a crash on the Turnpike just before OBT. This is moving northbound. Troopers have it off to the left-hand shoulder. Zooming on out so you can see the Metro Orlando area. Rain along our highways causing some delays for drivers this morning. We have several crashes we're watching this morning on I-4 eastbound and westbound in the Seminole County area, adding to that drive.
Up next, how election workers in Orange County took extra steps to protect your ballot this year at 6:50.
Weather updates from Severe Weather Center 9 are sponsored by Toyota of Orlando and Toyota of Claremont.
Welcome back. I'm Alexa Lorenzo.
And I'm Kirsten Delgado. For the first time, everyone in Orange County got to watch the vote counting process unfold live.
Yeah, last night, Orange County Supervisor of Elections Glenn Gilzine took big steps to make voting more transparent. The whole process was live streamed, showing ballots arriving with a law enforcement escort and any issues going straight to the canvassing board.
One of the things I implemented this year in this cycle is the Ballot Track software, where it allows voters to get a sense of comfort. So if you get your vote by mail, it allows you to know when the ballot mailed to you, when we receive it, and when we process it.
If there are any issues, voters who need to cure their ballots have until tomorrow at 5 p.m. to do so. Here's certified meteorologist Brian Shields with your weather.
All right, watching some of the rain this morning, especially Osceola and Brevard. So at any point throughout the day, scattered areas of rain and some thunderstorms. Very humid environment. You'll notice that when you step outdoors with a hurricane down to the south over toward western Cuba. We're a little more tropical the next couple days. So 50% chance of storms today, 30% chance tomorrow. 80s roll on right into the upcoming weekend, even next week by Veterans Day, highs around 85. Have a good day ahead. It's 6:54. Alexa, Kirsten.
Your complete local news coverage continues right now on Eyewitness News this morning, just over on TV 27.
Coming up there, we have more election results, including some highly debated constitutional amendments. How one of the most high-profile supporters of the recreational marijuana measure is reacting after it failed to pass. For news, weather, and traffic in your car, tune to WDBO 107.3 FM and AM 580. Have a great day.